It's the Vault Studio NFL podcast. And now it's on. It's the Vault Studio NFL podcast. Get ready! It's the Vault Studio NFL podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I'm a bit blown away from our new theme song.
I'm definitely
What
taken
a-
aback by that.
I was not ready for that. A bit of hardcore rock on a Sunday night.
It's a bit of dad rock, but
Just
it's
something
good.
different.
I liked that.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Dad Rock, our viewers.
Yeah,
It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
right in the hitting zone for our viewers.
viewers.
Obviously, welcome to the live show. I'm joined by the big spanner copper on the couch, old
Yeah.
Muscles over there,
Oh,
and then,
thanks.
and then Turbo next to him, Quadzilla,
Turbo.
and Tommy on the ones and twos,
What's going on?
doing God's work as usual. We are also live on TikTok tonight for the first time for a while, so we think we've worked out how that all works.
Shout out to the TikTok.
Now, the TikTok, it is a separate camera and I think it's a separate mic, Tom, as well.
Yeah.
Separate mic. So if it doesn't sound right, comment, let us know, but it should be all right. So hopefully that works. This will be the last live show of the season.
That's a bit sad.
It is very sad, I think.
I'm a little bit sad. Like I'll be okay, but it's I'm still sad.
I'll recover, but
I'm just gonna miss Tom.
he'll be here for the podcast.
I'm not going anywhere.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm allowed to miss him, aren't I?
I've missed seeing him twice a week.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I saw Scotty. I didn't see Scotty for like 5 days.
Yeah,
and
no,
felt like I
it's
haven't
too
seen him.
long.
I've seen him for a year. He's aged backwards. Actually, he's got better looking.
That's impossible.
Shout out to
Especially not the
our
shit I've been dealing with.
shout out to our sponsors, the Sporting Globe, Churnside
Yes,
Park.
absolutely.
QR code on the screen now. Buy your Super Bowl tickets and be down there on the day. It's going to be an awesome day. We'll know by this time tomorrow, well and truly, who the Super Bowl teams are,
Ooh,
and we can
that's
start
exciting.
getting excited. 3 games left total in the NFL season, and obviously the 2 games tomorrow, which we'll look at tonight.
There's only 180 minutes left of football this year.
Why'd you have to hurt my feelings like that?
That's depressing, actually. Thanks for that.
I'm just
I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it.
I thought of it today and I thought, shit, that's not a lot of football left.
No, it's,
We aren't slowing down in the off season though.
No,
we're not.
no.
Yeah.
yeah, no, we don't.
we actually do our best work in the off season.
Definitely. So there'll be no days off, as Bill Belichick once said in the off season. For us, we'll keep it going. To follow us on our socials, TikTok,
Is that what he said? Is that what he
YouTube.
said to Jordan? No days off.
No days off. No
I thought you
days
said
off.
follow us on the socials.
Yeah, he was. Jordan was saying that. Follow us on the socials.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And get us on all of it. And I want to give a shout out to all my Patriots friends I made this week.
Is that our first? Is that officially our first viral video?
Yes, it is.
All it took was a bit of Pat's hate. How good's that? I would have
Who would have thought that all these little cockroaches would come out of the woodwork
well, you know what?
when
I
you
thought
accurately describe their season?
the Eagles were the worst fan base. I thought the Patriots, and I've been proven wrong. It's the Patriots. We've just forgotten about them because they've
Yeah.
been
Irrelevant.
irrelevant for
Yeah.
a whole 4 years. So it's been tough for them.
Yeah.
But they certainly came strong. And my favorite
That's right.
thing
I'll be
was,
back on holiday soon.
that was good. I appreciate some of the comments were really constructive and there was some good conversation. And some of them were just hilarious, like upset men trying to say that I was upset. I was like, man, you're the one that's upset.
I know you are. I said you are.
I just kept responding with, "Where's the lie?"
Yeah.
like people that didn't understand, I was just responding to George asking me if I think they're a legitimate team now, and I was just rattling off the facts of their season. You can be upset by it, but it's the facts. And yeah, plenty of teams.
Also, you're right, and like I don't think you said anything infactual, but
No.
the fact still remains: they're in the championship game and
For
they're
sure.
into it up to their elbows, and they will be the favourites to win this game. I'll be
They are.
surprised if they're
They
not.
are
I
the
think it's
favourites.
4.5 points.
Yeah.
They 100%. If they, we'll talk about that soon. If they lose to a backup quarterback, then which has happened before, just
Yep.
quietly in a Super Bowl
It
once.
has happened before. Yep.
To the
Nick Foles.
Patriots, they should know all too well.
Shout out Nick
Yes.
Foles.
But yeah, we'll get to that game soon. We're going to start with a little bit of the kind of the award season. The nominations are out for the awards, so we'll quickly rattle through them of who's been nominated. That gets announced.
We've got some wild coaching stuff to talk about too. So
I
that's
would.
gonna-
No, we're saving that for
We're
tomorrow
saving
night
it?
on the
Oh,
podcast.
cool. All right, cool.
Yeah, because
Great.
I think there's some more stuff that's going to drop in the next 24 hours as
Yeah,
well.
no doubt after the
Some
championship
teams
games, we'll-
very, very close to signing some guys. So we'll do that on the podcast tomorrow night when we
Love
recap
it.
the games.
love it.
Let's start with the is it MVP first, Tommy?
MVP first. But these all come out on the 5th of Feb.
5th of Feb, they announced the awards.
6th for us.
So these are just the nominations, and we've got Josh Allen for MVP, we've got Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, CMC, which was a bit of a surprising one, and Matthew Stafford. I think we can settle that's a 2-horse race, between Stafford and May.
I think that's pretty fair.
I don't even think it's a 2-horse race.
You think it should be Stafford's? But
Yeah, I saw an interesting thing with this where our favorite fan base at the moment was upset that that Stafford had 15 touchdowns that were within 5 yards or less to Devontae Adams, obviously. And then I saw a counter stat to that where it was if you take away Stafford's 15 shortest touchdowns, so then him and Drake May have the same amount of touchdowns. The average yards per touchdown, Stafford's still got more. So I don't know what other.
Who gives a shit about any of that crap?
No, I'm
That's
just
like,
it's just
that's
like
so autistic. That's so nerdy. That is the lamest. If any people are actually watching that and paying attention to that and making stats about that, Jesus Christ.
well, it's not making stats. It's just
Get a
that
life,
one fan
get
base.
a girlfriend. Jesus
It's
Christ.
one fan base goes, oh well, he only throws at Devontae Adams at the goal line, so they got rid of his 15 shortest touchdowns, and then he averages more than Drake May still.
Yeah.
So whatever argument you have, I don't want to hear it. Stafford was the MVP.
And also, let's really keep in mind that throwing in the red zone
It's probably harder.
the hardest part of the field to throw because there's less ground for the defense to cover. So it's
more men.
It's almost a sign of a better quarterback.
There was
a
a few defenses this year that were quite bad that were good red zone defenses.
Yes, for sure. There's a lot of defense that are bend, don't break.
Yeah.
Do you give anyone else apart from the main two any chance, or is it literally?
Oh, Trevor Lawrence should be in the conversation.
TAB have given him. He's the only one that outside of the two have got any betting taken from him.
Yeah.
And he's at $501. So
Yeah, he had a lot of rushing yards. He was pretty efficient. He doesn't deserve to be the MVP, but yeah, to answer your question, I would say Lawrence would be the one.
yeah, for
it's,
sure.
it's definitely a 2-horse race, and it's it's definitely a 2-horse race, and I would not be. I think Stafford should win it just by forget about the stats and all this advanced stats and all this nerd shit that you were talking about. Just by the eye test, he should win it because he's just looked better and been better.
Couldn't agree more.
But I will not be surprised if May wins it either.
It's a narrative award.
It is.
Narrative award, and the Patriots were terrible last year, and they've made a championship game. They've got every chance to make a Super Bowl. If they make a Super Bowl run in the first year of Rabel's coaching tenure, he's every chance to win it.
Yeah,
And
but
you know
the voting's
I won't-
finished.
Yeah, I know, but either way, I won't be upset if he wins it. I won't be upset if May wins
The
it.
question
I think he's
is,
had a really
though,
good year.
is it more an individual award, or can team success take into account?
I think it does take into account
Because that's
somewhat.
where the argument can come for Drake May. Because if it's individual, it's Stafford by a country mile. But from the progression of two teams from last year to this year, that's where Drake May, I think, gets a few
They
points.
also overhauled their roster as well.
Absolutely. But as we always say, quarterbacks, when they lose, they're the one that cop the heat. But when they win, they're the ones that get the flowers.
Especially in the associated media, they do.
Correct.
Absolutely, they do.
All right, let's go to the Defensive Player of the Year, which is a pretty easy one if you ask me. The nominations are Will Anderson Jr., Nick Bonito, Aiden Hutchinson, and Micah Parsons. And then the only one that matters is Myles Garrett. He's going to win this. He should win this unanimously.
Can't take bets for Defensive Player of the Year anymore.
Yeah, of course not.
It's,
Well, lucky I put mine before the season started on Will Anderson. So come on, Will Anderson.
Will Anderson and Nick Bonito are deserving as well. They've had very good years on very good defenses. And in fairness to Micah Parsons, if he doesn't get hurt and puts a few more sacks on the board, he's maybe
Right
more
up
in
there.
the conversation. But Myles Garrett played in a top 10 defense, a really good defense, and broke the sack record. It's as simple as that.
No arguments. Should be a slam dunk.
All
Not
right.
just didn't just break the sack record, but just like dominated like by himself. He was just. If you watch again, I don't look at the stats as much as I actually watch the game. When you watch the game and you see how much of a freak he is, like that'll be his second one, I think, in 3 years.
No, it'll be two in a row. He won last year.
Did he win last year?
Yeah, he should have won it the year before, but he didn't.
And then TJ Watt.
Yeah,
TJ
TJ Watt
Watt
got
won
one
it.
the year
Yeah.
before.
Right.
See, I think he just got more sacks.
2 in a
than
row, and
Garrett.
he's only getting started. He's only hitting his stride now.
I actually think TJ Ward got it the year he tied the record, which is
Pretty fair. That's
fair.
pretty fair. Yeah.
So I think he'll win this year, and I think he's every chance to go for 3 in a row next year as well.
Yeah, guy's a machine. He's not
Yep.
slowing down.
The Offensive Player of the Year, the nominations, and this is where you kind of know where the MVP is going because the nominations for Offensive Player, Drake May, CMC, Puka Nakua, Bijan Robinson, and Jackson Smith in Jigba. Normally, they nominate the quarterback who's missed out on the MVP. So I think teams feeling when they nominate and they think, all right, he's probably not going to get MVP, so I want to nominate him here. But by rule, over the last 5 or 6 years, quarterbacks don't get the Offensive Player of the Year. It's normally the best offensive player that's not the quarterback.
Sure.
And it's a 2-horse race between Puka and JSN. I think either are deserving. I think if Puka didn't miss a couple of games and he's been a bit dinged up in a few, he's probably there. But for me, it's JSN because he is the absolute soul of that offense. Everything runs through him. He's one of the most versatile receivers in the NFL, and I think it's his for sure. I'd be disappointed if it wasn't him.
So I think the same thing about Puka as well. I think he's the heart and soul of that Rams offense, and the stuff that he does in the run game too. Like he's a fantastic. I mean, they're both great. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
they're both fantastic. It's flip a coin stuff.
Yes, I think so too. Yeah,
Yeah, I think flip a coin.
Could be a recency bias come into Puka as well.
Yeah, he had a pretty good last 3 or 4 weeks of the season where JSN sort of cooled off a little bit. But yeah, flip a coin. They both deserve it. And that's probably one of the awards that they rarely do it, but they should probably split it.
I'd love for them to give it to both of them. That would be one of the more deserving splits you could ever have, but they just don't do it.
Yeah.
And shout out to Bijan too. Bijan's had a really good year, man.
Yeah, and CMC. Like CMC
they did. It was just unfortunate that you had 2 guys that just blew the doors off everyone else.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the AP Offensive Rookie of the Year nominations are Jackson Dart, Emeka Egbuka, Travion Henderson, Tet McMillan, and Tyler Schoff. We're all Team Schoff here.
Yeah, Shook, surely.
Team Shook, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get it. I think Jackson Dart's going to get it personally.
I don't think so. I think Henderson's going to get it.
Nah, Henderson
he's
didn't
had a
play
good
enough. He didn't play enough.
He didn't play. He basically barely played the first half of the season. And that was if he played the whole season, he's probably looking great. But in fairness to Vrabel, he held him off and it's paid off for him. Whatever he decided, the decision he made with that has really worked in their favor now because he's fresh and he's down the stretch. He's been very instrumental for
Well, it was a pass pro.
Long season as well.
It was just picking up the pass pro earlier in the year. But
which is the hardest thing for a rookie running back because you are.
Absolutely.
Well, they say when they draft running backs, they know all of them can run. All the running backs that are going to get drafted can all run with the ball. They look at receiving and pass blocking, and then they work back from there. If a guy's elite at both of them, that's their number one because they know they can all run. And if you can do all 3 of those things at an elite level, you can stay on the field all the time. And that's what offenses want. They don't want to be subbing them.
Also, Snake McDaniels is, we give him a lot of shit, but he's very good at using a receiving running back and using a lot of option routes depending on the coverage as well. So that takes a lot of time to pick up. So
and they've done a lot of that this year as well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter.
Yep.
Comeback player of the year, we've got Stephon Diggs.
Hang on, we've got to go D-Roy first.
Oh, sorry, defensive rookie of the year, my mistake. We've got Abdul Carter, Nick Emenwari, James Pierce Jr., Carson Schwarzenegger, and Xavier Watts from the Falcons. I think Schwarzenegger's going to get it. I think that's my prediction. And not to be a Seattle home, I feel like I'm taking Scotty's job tonight, but it's if I was picking it, it's Nick Emenwari, and it's no doubt about it. His impact on not only one of the best defenses this season, but this is one of the best defenses over the last few years. It's in that category now. So it's just a one-off good defense. This is a historically good defense over the past decade for sure.
Yeah.
And he's such an instrumental part of that. His impact plays are through the roof. And I think that's where it should go over Schwarzenegger, who was good, but he's a tackle machine, which is great. But I said when we talked about all pro and all that, tackles are not the be all and end all of the distance.
I agree with everything you said. I think the only point of conjecture might be that Schwarzenegger's a good linebacker. He's again, Cleveland are a very good defense as well. Again, another top 10 defense for sure. And maybe a little bit personnel bias, as in like it's a lot harder as a rookie to come in and play middle linebacker, I think, than to come in and play.
I would say
playing the secondary, maybe.
No, I would say that's completely different. I would say that's completely wrong because Emenwari lines up at slot safety, strong safety, nickel, weak linebacker.
He plays so many positions.
So he's got to learn all the coverages associated with that. Also, shout out Xavier Watts as well. He's had a really good year.
Yeah, he has had a good year. I agree.
He's a ball hawk.
Falcons had a very good draft. Last year.
They did.
I know we gave him shit for the trade, which I still think is a bad move because Walker. I thought Walker would have been nominated over James Pierce Jr. personally.
What about Jahad Campbell as well?
I don't think he played enough.
Did he not play enough?
Dean came back.
Yeah,
he played enough.
He would have if he'd played the whole season. He'd be right in the race for it.
Yep.
But
he started on fire.
Really well, and then Kobe Dean came back and basically took his spot.
I would like to see the snap counts, but I'd be shocked if he had more than like 6 snaps a game when Dean came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fell right off. But that's an interesting one. That's
And
that's
Abdul Carter's just getting on from his name, really.
I think
he was
because he was
pretty
number one,
disappointing.
because he was a top pick. I don't think he played.
Yeah.
Well, he had some good moments, but I think he had a very tough go about it early with the size and power of NFL linemen. I think he wasn't ready for it.
You could tell that he's a me first player.
Yep.
And he blew a lot of coverages and blew a lot of assignments, and
He blew a lot of stuff in practice as well.
he blew a lot of stuff in team meeting.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's very good. AP comeback player of the year. We got Stephon Diggs, Aiden Hutchinson, Trevor Lawrence, CMC, and Dak Prescott. What do you boys think on this one?
I think all of them outside of Diggs are very deserving. No offense to Diggs. I just don't think his year in comparison to the other guys is as good.
If you're giving it to the player who played the best out of all of them, it's CMC. And then if you take the quarterback boost from it, it's Dak Prescott.
I'd
Trevor
say
Lawrence
Lawrence.
still played very well as well, but he wasn't hurt last year. He just
He
didn't-
missed the last like
He
5 or
did
6
too,
games
yeah.
with injury.
And this is where the comeback player of the year. I've said it before.
This is such a bullshit award.
The Kim Kardashian award is
Yeah,
what we
that's
call
right.
it here. I just don't think it's that important an award. Like, do you go from who had the most serious injury? Because that's Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Well, see, he already tore both his fucking Achilles.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fucking serious.
Oh, well, did he, or did he just get a
No one actually knows.
blood
what
jab
CMC
and he was good to go? Like,
no one
because
knows
that-
with CMC last year. It was a
No,
weird
well,
injury.
it was okay. Well, that's fine, but it was reported that he tore both his Achilles.
yeah, and I think they also tanked and just held him out.
I think so,
yeah.
too.
There's a good CMC stat I saw. He's the first player in history to get nominated for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and Comeback Player of the Year in the same season.
That's pretty cool. He's had a hell of a year. He's had a really good year.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he has absolutely.
He had
Yeah,
a very good season.
He'll get one of those for sure.
I think he'll get comeback
Yeah,
personally
comebacks for sure.
because his season's just been so good.
Yep.
But again, if they're going to give it to a quarterback, it's Prescott or Lawrence, obviously. And
I think Lawrence just because he got more wins.
Yeah, the wins help him there.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've said before that if Cowboys make the playoffs,
Dax, yeah, it'd be
Dax in
or
the
CMC.
MVP conversation,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
it's pretty close there. So, assistant coach of the year, they've got Vic Fangio, Brian Flores, Vance Joseph, Clint Kubiak, and Josh McDaniels. Over my dead body, is it Josh McDaniels? I'll die on that hill forever.
He's going to get it. He's 100%
Nah.
going to get it.
I don't think so. I think Vance Joseph or
I think-
Fangio.
Or Flores. I don't know. They've all had very good seasons as coordinators. It could go to any of them.
Yeah.
Vic Fangio's defense was really good. Brian Flores' defense was really good. Vance Joseph's defense was really good. Clint Kubiak's offense was one of the best in the league, and Josh McDaniels took an offense that was just deplorable last year. He's developed Drake May very well. Like, he's put Drake May into MVP conversation. So on merit, I said I just have my my gripes with McDaniels as a man and what he's done in the past, and I think that's
but
fair.
you got to separate the man from the body of work. You have
No, you don't.
No,
you
no.
do.
You
No,
don't.
you
Tell that to Tyreek Hill.
you can do that. But as you know about me, George, is that when I decide I don't like someone,
And that's fine.
They're
I like how you're giving the plant the flag on the heel advice.
can you remove the person from Patrick Mahomes and just see the player?
Yeah, I see a fat little cheat. Yeah, absolutely, I do.
There we go.
Absolutely,
there it is. But yeah, I think that one could go to any of them. And then coach of the year, we've got this is a wild amount because all these guys are deserving.
Yep,
Liam
they
Cohen,
are.
Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald, Kyle Shanahan, and Mike Vrabel. I personally think it should be Kyle Shanahan. I don't think he will get it. I think what he was able to do, especially with the injuries on that team this year and missing his quarterback for a lot of the year, he did very well with Mac Jones. That was all scheme. Ayuk, obviously, from the words of John Lynch's mouth, he's never playing It's pretty
Oh,
safe
he's
to
done.
say he's
Yeah.
never playing a snap for us again, which is a pretty damning comment. And then like Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, they're all deserving of that award. It's just who they pick, and it's normally going to go. The big thing is it normally goes to a first-time coach that turns around a team. And I know Vrabel's not a first-time coach, but Cohen, Ben Johnson, and Vrabel, first year on their teams, have turned them around from being awful teams to being playoff teams.
All right, well, that's because I'm glad that leads beautifully to my question. Which of those three teams is the biggest turnaround?
It's the Patriots.
The Bears.
Oh yeah, who won more games last year? I think the Bears had probably a similar turnaround to the Patriots in like wins and losses, but they're in a
the
much
Bears won
tougher
more
division.
games last year.
They're in
I
a
think the
much-
Patriots only won like
Yeah,
four.
but the Bears
Pats
came.
won 4 games.
Bears only won 5 games last year. Patriots won 4.
So one more. So, but I think Ben Johnson in their division.
That's what I was gonna
that
go.
is such a tough division, and he didn't just compete.
And they
in
were
it, he
also-
won it.
And also in the tougher conference as well.
Do you want
To
to
get
put
the
some
second
good
seed
money
and
out
then
there? So
Yeah.
TAB have got Ben Johnson at $51 to win Coach of the Year.
Is
Cole
that the
Shanahan.
shortest odds?
No, the shortest odds are $1.30 for
Vrabel.
Vrabel.
Yeah.
And I've gone blank. Kyle Shanahan's $200.
See, I felt like Shanahan probably, when he finished the year, hurt himself there. Those 2 games against Seattle probably
Yeah, if
in the eyes of everyone.
if he won against Seattle that last game of the
and
season,
then the 1 seed,
yeah, and then the 1 seed, he's probably got it. That
Yeah.
probably hurt him in fairness. So I think all of them are deserving. I think the one that's probably not going to get it is Mike McDonald, and it's a shame because
That's fine. Everyone just keep-
it just took him an extra year to turn that team around. But
That's all right. Everyone's
Part of it-
just
Part of it
sleeping on
also is
Seattle.
that, like in the lead up to the season, San Fran were heavy favorites to win the division
Yeah.
and to win the NFC.
Yeah.
So can you win Coach of the Year when you're that
You
heavily favored early in the season?
Well,
you
I
could
think
almost
that-
argue they fell short of what they would have thought they would.
But I guess that if he had that success that was expected and then lost all the players, and then Purdy and Kittle for a good portion of the year and still had that, is worth mentioning.
yeah,
so,
that's fair.
so
I still think Vrabel's going to get it.
I personally would like to see Ben Johnson get it, just because it's a tougher conference and tougher division.
Yeah, I think if it was Ben Johnson or Cohen, I'd be really, really wrapped. I think that'd be really cool. If it's the others, it's fine too. They're all deserving.
Just look at it holistically. Vrabel's gone in there in 1 year. He's completely turned around the program. They
Yeah.
went from a dumpster fire with who was the guy before them?
Not OJ Mayo, Gerard Mayo.
Gerard Mayer. To in one season, they're the 2 seed. They've stolen the division. Well, not stolen. They flat out beat the Bills to win the division.
Hmm.
He's got his OC is a candidate for assistant coach of the year. His quarterback is a candidate for MVP.
So he's got more help around him.
No, what I'm saying is he's turned the whole thing around in 1
But
year.
didn't you just
Basically,
say that Shanahan was expected to be the 1 seed? Didn't everyone sort of expect the Patriots with the soft roster, the soft schedule that they had, and an experienced head coach coming back
I
in?
don't think anyone expected him to win 15 games.
Oh, I'm just saying. But
Absolutely no one expected that.
well,
And
we
if they-
had him for 11.
Well, yeah, I had him for 11 and I got laughed out of the room for what it's worth.
We did.
No,
I had him for 11 wins.
I think we had him for 9.
I think we had him for 9.
Nine.
Yeah.
But we did. We laughed at you.
Yeah.
We did.
So
Should we segue into the game?
Yeah. Well,
All right.
that's a perfect segue into the 7 a.m. start Australia time
Good
tomorrow.
time.
Or
So-
English start, depending on the nuffies out there on the planet.
Yeah, we are English. I've
Yeah.
learned. The best was that people said, "Oh, you guys are just dumb Australians." I responded saying, "We're English, bro." And if they said, "You dumb English," like, we're Australian. What are you talking about?
4D chest, bro.
It was just all. If you guys didn't realize, it was all just to get you to comment again. So thank you for doing
So
that.
that's a good start to start off with. Won 15 of their last 16 games. The only team they lost to was the Bills.
The Bills.
So that's
And-
pretty good.
Yeah, and the only team they beat who had a winning record all year until playoffs was the Bills as well. So, like I said, we can use it like with all honesty and with all due respect to the Patriots. The strength of schedule, it's a bit of a running joke. I use it to. I genuinely just want to shit you guys with it. I think they've won the last 2 weeks. They've won very convincingly. The Chargers game was a bit of that was always going to be tough for the Chargers on the road with their injuries. But again, the Patriots from defensive mindset dominated that game. And then, yeah, Stroud was awful last week, but you could also put that on the Patriots defense because they are playing at a very, very good level right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Drake May wasn't fantastic, though.
No, I thought Drake May was actually pretty bad last week.
Yeah, he was.
Even
yeah.
the touch, the one that keeps getting the highlights, which was just one of the best catches you'll see.
Oh,
from
it's a booty. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a
great catch.
That was a great throw.
it-
Great catch.
It wasn't a great throw. It was actually a pretty bad throw. It was
No,
like,
it was in the
I thought it was a good throw.
It was in the only spot that his guy could make a play on the ball.
Yeah,
Which
and it was
it was either going to be a catch or an incomplete.
Which is a good throw.
yeah, and it was an amazing.
Hey, and they
catch,
still
so
put 28 points on that Texans defense.
they put 21.
That's-
They had a pick six as well.
Okay, 21, even 21. 21 on that defense is still good enough to win a game, especially a playoff game.
Yeah, like I said, they did what they had to do the last couple of weeks, and they're in a run now.
Bills 3 weeks before put 15 on them,
Yeah.
or whatever it was,
Yeah, that's fair.
with Josh Allen. So
Yeah. And I think we're kind of bearing the lead of this game. Obviously, Bo Nix broke his ankle at the end of the game last week, so he's out. And Jared Stidham, the ex-Patriot backup,
Ex-Raider.
he's been around the league. Fun fact: this is not to shit on Drake May, but Jared Stidham has more 300-yard passing games than Drake May in 4 starts. But again, it depends.
he
who you're
hasn't
playing also.
thrown a pass in the NFL for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I think it was
2 years.
Yeah, he's so it's interesting. I think this game's going to, and this is not a shock, shouldn't be a shock to anyone. This is going to come down to both defenses and who can generate some turnovers, put their team in good position, and build and get an early lead. If they can get an early lead, Denver, and then get that pass rush, because the Patriots O-line has really struggled. I always forget who's the left tackle. Campbell really struggled last week against Anderson and Danielle Hunter,
and the week before against Mac as well.
I think it's starting to weigh on him a little bit.
And he's got no rest this week because he's got Nick Bonito, who he's a Defensive Player of the Year nomination. He's been one of the best pass rushers in football. This defense as a whole is the best pass rushing defense in football.
Yep.
They're one of the best coverages team in football. They are an elite defense.
Apart from Riley Moss.
He's
probably their only weakness.
Well, and in saying that, Riley Moss would start for every team in the NFL. Most teams in the NFL, he'd still start.
As a second corner.
As a second corner.
Yeah, that's
he's
pretty
still
fair.
a solid second corner.
Yeah.
He's just the one guy that is susceptible to giving up a play. But he's made some good plays as well.
That's the thing with defenses. You could be solid for 10 guys, and if that 11th guy is below average, every team is singling that 11th guy. And that's
and that's
what
good
every
coaching.
team
That's
does.
That's exactly what you should
Yeah.
do.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do the Broncos do offensively here to put some points on the board?
They can basically run the same playbook that they have with Bo Nix. Getting to protect the ball, short passes, use screens, use wide receiver screens, and just basically keep the time of possession and keep the chains moving, stay ahead of the chains. Like that. Sean Payton's done a really good job of protecting Bo Nix from himself this year.
Yeah, that's fair. He's a very good coach. If any coach can do it, it's Payton.
Yeah.
And he did not seem like he was disappointed for Bo Nix, but he has come out and said straight away, I know he has to, but sometimes coaches say things because they have to, and then sometimes they say it because they believe it.
Yeah.
I truly think Payton believes that Stidham can come in and do the job they need him to do. I think the bigger challenge for Stidham is going to be next week who they play, because that's going to be a game where you have to score points.
I think he just believes in himself. I think he believes in his system. He believes in his scheme, and he believes in his coaching ability. He thinks that unless he's a complete, F-wit, I can win with just about anyone. We're at quarterback. And that, I mean, Nix has proven that this year. Like, he's not setting the world on fire in any category. He's probably the 15th best,
Yeah, it's fair.
right? In just about every category. And look at it. They're in a championship game.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, check downs, screens, move the pocket, take what's there, keep the chains, stay ahead of the game. Like, that's all you need. If they can get a little bit of run game going as well, especially with that elite O-line, they've got every shot to win this game.
And that's the big
At home, too, they've got every shot.
And that's the big test this week for the Patriots, is they're not playing against the two worst offensive lines in football.
No.
Playing against a very good offensive line, two first-team All-Pros on this offensive line. They are solid. They're well coached. They're well drilled. I think the skill positions, it's not phenomenal, but there's enough guys to make it happen.
Absolutely.
Well, it's better than what they've faced all
Yeah.
year.
I think this will be the hardest offense they've faced, even with Stidham.
Yeah,
And,
I think so as well. Yeah.
and if they can do what they did last week against the Bills, where they just didn't make mistakes, because that's why they won that game. And it's why
On defense.
Yeah, it's why
Yeah.
we said that they were the deserving team to win last week, regardless. The Bills threw that away, and we've talked about it a lot, but they didn't throw it away. The Broncos went, we're not going to lose this game. We're going to let them lose this game. We're going to let them have to make plays against us. And no matter what you think of that interception or whatever, it's a 50-50 thing. The bottom line is that defender ripped that out of his hands. That's them making a play as well. That's how they will view that, no matter how the world views it. It's a very polarizing play now, and it will be talked about for a long time. But
Well, they ended up getting McDermott fired, which we'll talk about in the coming
yeah,
days.
we'll talk
But
about that on tomorrow night on the podcast. But yeah, the Broncos did what they had to do last week by not losing the game and taking it when it was there to take. And that's what playoffs is. We've said it before. It is a paper thin line to winning or losing, and it can come down to just not losing the football game when it
And that
matters.
speaks to Sean Payton's philosophy too. Like, that's the sort of guy, the sort of coach he is. Like, we're going to play our brand, our style of football. We're not going to lose this game. We're not going to throw this game away. If you want to win this game, you're going to come into our house and you're going to have to beat us.
Yep.
And that is a very, very tall order.
Yeah, I agree.
Very tall order. On any given day, it's a tall order to go into Mile High and beat a Sean Payton coach Broncos, especially for the championship.
Unless you're the Jags.
Yeah, look,
The Jags absolutely smoked them.
that was a really good win by them. That's why I was so surprised by that win. It's probably their only, like, the Broncos really, like, bad loss all year.
Yeah, they had bad wins as well.
They had bad wins. Yeah,
Devil's advocate.
every team.
They
you go
just
through-
crawled over the Jets. The Raiders gave them everything
Raiders
they could
gave them,
handle.
yeah.
Well, in fairness, like I shit on the Patriots for strength of schedule. The Broncos had the second easiest strength of schedule this year.
Yeah.
Now it was Patriots strength of schedule gap and then the Broncos.
Mm.
But they played a lot of, like we've said it for a while, that they were as and
They were looking for a loss.
yeah, I think and that's why I think that's why the Bills as a whole are so disappointed, because they had it. I think the Bills were honestly the best team in the AFC, and they fucked it up last week.
Yep.
They genuinely did.
I
And
don't think they were the best team. I don't think they're the best team in the AFC. Not as a team. No. Do they have the best player in the AFC?
Yeah, that's
yes, absolutely.
Yep.
But not the best team. The best team as a whole in the AFC is the Broncos.
yeah, I think so too.
Overall. Yeah,
that's fair.
absolutely. It's the Broncos. And that's
So-
why they're the one seed.
So the nuts and bolts of this, who's winning?
Oh,
You go first.
I want to fill my cup up with all these little Patriot tears. Give me the Broncos, and I'll give you. But I basically said it before. I don't think that Drake May was very good last week. He had a couple of good drives that were manufactured from poor coverages,
Yep.
and he had one really good throw to Booty. You're not going to have this opportunity against the Broncos. You're going to have pressure on you flat out, and we've seen Drake May with pressure have multiple turnover games.
Yep.
And
We had multiple turnovers last week. That
He did.
he had an interception and 2 lost fumbles and fumbled it 3 more times.
Yes.
And one of them, if it had bounced an inch the other direction, the Texans were running it in for a touchdown.
yes, that's 100%
Like the defender
right.
actually stuffed up thinking, I'm going to scoop this, and it just bounced away from him.
And I think that the Patriots, when they play too conservative, they've almost outdo themselves, because they don't have any explosive element to, like, they can't lull you to sleep with these boring plays and then just put one over the top. They haven't, like this year, they haven't really done a good job of doing that. They have done it at times, but they haven't done it consistently. And I think that this Broncos defense is legit. It's probably the 3rd best defense all year.
Consistently, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I think that, like I said, Stidham and Nix, Peyton can put Stidham in a position to do everything he was asking Nix to do. He can move the pocket. He can use his legs. They get Dobbins back, which is an extra pass pro protector. They've got the running game there. They've got better receivers. I think the Broncos are going to win this.
Yeah, it's a fair thing.
And I think it's going to be by a touchdown.
I just think that you can't lose to a backup quarterback. I can't see if New England. I think New England are going to win, and I think it's because
He's a huge
defense-
character arc for you. Here we
No,
go.
well, defensively, and this is where, like, I actually do think that the Patriots are a good team. I just think they got propelled this year from a schedule. That's fine.
They
That-
overachieved.
They
for how
overachieved
good
because
they are.
I think they
Yeah.
were still probably an 11 or 12 win team if they were in a lot of other divisions too. Like, I think they were a good team. The way they've turned it around is amazing. I love Vrabel. I think he's such a good coach. I think the Titans are morons for firing. I think it's one of the worst moves.
They'll rue that day forever
And it was just because, he's not that friendly.
because he's mean. He was mean to the owner.
Yeah.
The owner would try and talk to him. He's like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm here to
too busy.
coach.
I'm too
I
busy
got,
working.
I got a job.
I think that was probably just he was in the building too long. He was there for quite a while. It got a little bit stale, and a few things, like small cracks, turned into massive chasms.
Yeah, that's fair. I just think the Patriots are going to win because I don't think the Broncos are going to be able to do enough on offense. And I think that Drake May, who again, I really like Drake May. I like him a lot. And I think he's going to make a couple more throws that Stidham won't make. And that'll put a couple of scores on the board. And then the Broncos offense will not be able to drag it back, no matter how well the defense plays. And I think they'll probably win this similar to the Chargers game, sort of 16-10 sort of operation. Yeah. I just think they're going to have a little bit more juice on offense to get it done. Because the bottom line is, and I said it before, I don't think Stidham's definitely not a better quarterback than Herbert. And the Patriots defense, again, not as good an all-round team. They made Herbert look like awful in that first game. 3 points they scored. And I don't think Stidham's a better quarterback than CJ Stroud. I think
No, he's not.
And yeah, Stroud played terribly last week, but a lot of that was that Patriots defense making that happen with their pressure, their scheme, their effort. They fly around. They don't quit.
There's
That's
also
a Vrabel skill.
no one to throw the ball to and no offensive line.
I understand.
The Raiders could have looked. Their defense could have looked.
And that's
good.
what I'm saying. That's why it's a question mark. Because if
Yeah.
Stidham is competent, we
got a game.
The Broncos will probably win this game. If he's awful, which is more of a chance that he is awful than he's competent. Like there is a big chance he's terrible, right? Because that's the reason why you're a backup for a long time. And if he's terrible, I think the Patriots will the Broncos will have no answer. They won't be able to do anything.
So I think the Broncos are going to win, and I
Ooh.
think that if you saw Peyton's press conferences through the week, he did not seem concerned about Stidham starting at all. Stidham's like
I agree.
Stidham's seems like his guy. He did not seem concerned at all. He's been in the building. He'll know the scheme. He'll know what he needs to do. He'll be able to make enough. Like we said earlier, he's not going to be asked to do a heap anyway. He'll be able to make the throws that he needs to make. Defensively, I think the Broncos can upset or disrupt anything the Patriots want to do on offense.
Yep.
Just personnel versus personnel wise for sure. And I just think that it's going to come down to the Patriots defense versus Sean Payton. And I just think Sean Payton's too good.
That's fair.
He's too good a coach to lose at home. I don't see the Patriots defense being able to do enough to curtail Sean Payton's influence on the game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And that's what I think it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to that.
It's a very enticing game because if they had Bo Nix, I think there'd be no doubt. But there's question marks everywhere for both teams.
A little bit of
it's going to be very interesting.
Marks, yeah.
And you know what? If the Patriots win, then and this is me personally, there'll be no more bullshit strength of schedule crap. There'll be none. Oh, Stroud did this. It'd be like you're in the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter anymore.
If the Patriots win, they'll have beaten 3 good defenses in a row.
They'd be the only team in NFL history to beat a top 5 defense in 3 straight games.
Yeah, so that's pretty impressive.
I said I will have no.
How did you know that stat? Is it because it's been said to you 100 times?
I
this week?
think 640 people commented that to us across the platform.
Did all those people also pick the O-line stats for the other team as well? Or is it just one-sided?
Well, Scotty, that was my argument. And we're getting into a dangerous game here because this has been my past week and fucking it's exhausting, I tell you.
Can't, and I know it's a bit of a foolhardy statement for me to make, but when the playoffs start, you got to almost throw out the regular season.
Yeah, that's
regular season just gets you in the dance.
Yeah,
from then on,
yes and no.
Yes and no. Like, it's a very nuanced discussion.
Yeah.
It gets you in the dance, but after that, all bets are off because all these games are all win or go home.
Yeah.
And that changes everything.
It's one of the beauties of, terms of American sports, it's the only sport where it comes down to one game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you think of the other big sports, hockey, basketball and baseball.
Nice.
They're all serious. So if you're the best team and you have a bad day, it's like, oh shit, we lost game 2. We got 5 more. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is the only one where you have a bad, and the NFL is so competitive. And I say it again, it is a razor thin margin that if one team plays 5% worse and the other team plays 5% better than normal, it's over. Like it's a bloodbath the other direction.
Very fair.
So I think it's going to be an interesting game. This is an exciting game.
Yeah,
like,
it's very
it's
exciting.
really cool.
It's intriguing.
Yeah.
It's definitely intriguing.
And it's fun that we've got 4 teams left that it's outside the norm, right? It's 4, other than Stafford, it's 4 it's new quarterbacks, it's new teams, it's new coaches. It's an exciting run to the Super Bowl.
You could very well have a Stidham versus Darnold Super Bowl. And that's going to piss off a lot of people.
Yeah,
Why?
Well, Donald,
Because a lot of people aren't NFL fans. They're just like, oh, where's Patrick Mahomes? Oh, where's Josh Allen? Oh, where's Lamar?
Those people aren't listening to this.
Where's
podcast
Tom
anyway,
Brady?
so don't worry about
yeah,
it.
where's old TB?
He's in the booth calling the game, bro.
Getting a lot better, Tom Brady, in fairness.
Nah,
He's been
cool.
good.
He's fine.
No, he's been good.
What game did he have last week? He was very good.
Seattle
in that
game.
Yeah, he was very
Yeah,
good.
he
And it was a
walked-
tough game to tread water in.
Was it?
That was treading water from quarter time for the
I thought it was
commentators.
fantastic.
Yeah, we all enjoyed it.
Don't know about quarter time. It was definitely earlier than that.
No,
it was earlier than that.
I would have said from the opening kickoff. It was
Yeah.
over. So,
It was.
Well, it turned out to be true because they only scored 6 points. So
That's one of the
actually
funny
they're
I was saying that there was some that they could have not played offense for the rest of the game, and still
Still won.
won, which is obviously
That
outrageous.
is a
That
proper kick to the
kickoff
balls.
almost beat the 49ers for 2 games.
Yes, exactly.
Combined.
Well, that's a beautiful segue into the second game of the championship week. You've got the Seattle Seahawks at home to the LA Rams, NFC West battle, the 3rd time they've played this year. And I think the starting point here is I think we genuinely have the 2 best teams in the NFC playing. I think the Rams were, from all of us, were the best team in the league until down the stretch they kind of fell off a little bit and Seattle took over. But I think these are the 2 best teams in the NFC.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think this is a fitting championship game.
Yeah.
Very
And they're in
fitting.
the same division. They've played the same teams. They've all played very good teams. They've had tough schedules. It has not been a cakewalk in the slightest compared to other teams as well. And it's so fun. Like I cannot wait for this game. I'm chomping at the bit. How are you feeling, Scotty?
Good. I'm confident that what Seattle has done can continue. And when we get into the nuts and bolts of this game, I'll bring out why. But
let's nuts and bolts it. Let's go.
All right. Well,
We're in the nuts and bolts, mate.
So,
ready for some
I'm a
nuts.
strong win from a nut being out of my shorts.
Well, I'm ready for some nuts, baby. Give it to me.
so the reason why I'm not confident, I'm confident Seattle can win, and this is why I think they will. So the Rams have traveled 5 out of the last 6 games. They're an older team, and coming into Seattle with a genuine home team advantage in the elements on a team that doesn't need their offense to play 100% to win a game is dangerous for the Rams. And they've gone into overtime last week. They came down to the 59th
Was
minute.
the Panthers overtime?
No, they came down to the 59th
Against the
minute.
Bears.
The Bears overtime. Was the
overtime.
Panthers overtime?
No,
as
it
well?
was the last minute.
Well,
The
Stafford got
Panthers,
the field goal at the end,
got the ball back with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, that's right.
And Seattle has basically had 2 buys.
It's like their
And
stars
then
barely played last
On top
week
of
in the second
that,
half.
Seattle was the 4th youngest roster, and the Rams are they're the 3rd oldest roster, something like that. And I think that when you take the travel and all of that stuff into account, that Seattle's in a very good situation to win this game. Regardless of what you think with Darnold, and people have a strong opinion one way or another, the rest of it, Seattle's defense is elite, obviously, and their special teams is the 2nd best in the league.
Yeah, I think the one narrative that I'm getting a little bit sick and tired of hearing is that Seattle have protected Darnold like they protected him last week.
They've definitely protected him.
No,
They
they
definitely
They didn't need. When did they protect?
They
him?
didn't need to throw the ball last week, so that's.
But when they did,
But they didn't do it on purpose. They didn't purposely
No,
go into that game and say
No,
Darnold's not going to throw the ball at all.
No. I don't think they did it on purpose. What I think they did was, we're going to run this ball until they can stop it running, and then we'll think about throwing the ball. It just so happened that they didn't have to because they just kept running.
But whenever
Which they
he
did
needed
2
to
weeks
throw
before.
it, he threw absolute dots.
Dude, he threw it. He completed 12 passes for 100 yards. Like,
You
Settle
can't.
down.
You cannot be the master of this argument.
settle down.
You can't be driving the argument.
We're just
that-
because
getting
if-
ripped on
Because if
TikTok.
that was her,
who's ripping us on TikTok?
Nothing. We just want people think this is fake. So can someone say Ollie just to make sure?
Ollie,
this
there
is
we
not
go.
fake.
You're a
There we
legend,
go.
Ollie.
It's not
Give
fake.
us a like,
We're-
give us a subscribe.
Hey.
Bash the fucking bell.
Hey,
now
he
you gotta follow.
has. He's given us 115
No, because
likes.
if this was-
Hey,
if
there
this
we
was-
go.
Hang on a minute. If this was a dominant defense and a dominant running game, and Jalen Hurts throwing for 100 yards, you guys would be shitting on him till the cows come home.
Yeah,
we
don't
got behind Hurts
Don't
last
start.
year, nothing.
Don't
Yeah, but
start.
It was the same
I'm saying
thing.
that. That's what I'm saying. Like we in the playoffs last year, we backed Hurts. We said he deserved
But you know
it.
what the difference is? Hurts can't make the throws. He
can-
throws at 5
he
yards.
He definitely can make the throws. All right, we're not starting this nonsense. Anyway, the point we're not starting. your
The Eagles haven't been in the playoffs for 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're not-
Come on.
we're not talking-
I'm the one to
You know
put
what?
a stop on the Eagles talk.
It's my fault. I let it into that one.
It's
Let's wait for the
fine,
show
put
to
a
end,
stop
and then
to
we'll
it.
go back to
All
it.
I'm going to say is you can say that they didn't need Darnold. They needed someone to get these 3rd and long conversions, and Darnold threw nothing but dots.
Again, he completed 12 passes for 100 yards.
And
Who
you fan
cares?
agrees with George that he can make the passes.
Okay, great, cool.
What
Thanks-
else? What
thanks,
else
new
did he
fan.
need to do?
Ollie.
So-
Thanks, new fan.
All I'm saying is that the last time they played the Rams, right? And don't fucking roll your eyes.
If you
Scott,
bring up the
because-
2-point
Yeah,
conversion
here we go
again.
again.
No, don't fucking
Dude,
roll your eyes.
Yeah, do
But
it. You sound like Bianca bringing something back 6 months ago.
It wasn't
Bianca's
6
watching,
months
by the
ago.
way.
It wasn't
Shout
6
out.
months ago. It was 4 weeks ago, man.
It was
4 weeks ago.
it was 5 weeks
Relax
ago.
and let him make his point.
Yeah, go on.
Make your point.
Last time they made Darnold throw the ball, and he coughed it up, and it only took that bogus 2-point call for them to stay in the game.
No,
No, they didn't.
No,
he had
he had
300.
He had 2 touchdown drives to end that game as well to win the
Yeah,
game.
but how many picks did he throw?
2.
I thought it was 1.
Well, maybe 1.
Yeah, but
It's starting to sound like Stephen A. Smith.
In
the bottom line is, like, yes, I agree that 2-point conversion, the punt return, all that brought him back into the game.
It did.
But Darnold
But they
had
were still 2
2
scores down.
Darnold had 2 drives to win that. 1 to tie it, and then 1 to win it.
All what I'm saying is the game plan from the Seahawks is going to be the same.
Oh, and
we're going to try and run the ball,
I agree. Yeah.
dominate the line, dominate time of possession, stay ahead of the chains with the run game, limit the throwing of Darnold as much as possible.
I don't think that they will limit it.
They will because in their mind they won't have to. That's what I'm saying by limit.
Yeah,
They're
you're not saying they'll do it. They're not going to. They're not sitting in their
They're
game
not-
plan going.
Well, they're not.
Darnold sucks. We cannot let him throw the ball.
no, and
None
also-
of these teams are built to throw the ball 45 times. None of the 4 teams left are built to throw the ball 45 times.
Yeah, I don't think
It's not a sustainable
I don't think that's
winning.
winning football anyway. Anyway, at the way the NFL is at the moment, you can't throw the ball 40 times and like win.
No,
significant
defenses
games.
are too good.
So-
I agree with that.
So, like,
If it gets the point I'm making is if it gets into a shootout,
Oh, if it's in a shootout, I'm taking Stafford.
if
I agree.
it's in a shootout, I'm taking Stafford 10 times out of 10 because it's almost certain that Darnold's going to cough it up.
I just don't think. But Stafford coughs it up plenty too.
Yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't.
Don't forget that.
But I'm taking Stafford.
I actually think-
because he's just better.
so the last game there was a shootout, Seattle won, and the game before that against the Rams was a defensive battle. The Rams won.
Right. And what did I say? It took the 2 point to keep them in the game
In the third quarter, and then
They had no.
All right.
Anyway,
all right, cool. So
he,
there was a 2-point conversion, and then the game was over. Seattle lost by 11 points. In your mind, because nothing else happened after that game.
no, the punt return was lucky, Scott. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
No, here's my thought on this game. Right, I actually think this game is going to come solely down to Sam Darnold, and
Yeah,
this is
that's
this.
a talking point for
and,
sure.
and this might shock you with my prediction. I think Seattle are going to win because I think it's going to come down to Sam Darnold. And I actually have faith in the guy. I think he's going to ball out in this game. I think he's going to play very well. And I think that Seattle's defense is, again, I said it before, they're not just a good defense this year. They're a historically good
What do you
defense.
mean by ball? What's ball out to you? What does that mean to you?
300 yards, couple of touchdowns. Like, I think he's going to control this game because I think the Rams are going. If you're a team and watched last week against the Niners, and you don't think the first job and the only job to start this game is making sure they cannot run on us, the Rams know that they're going to come out and throw everything at the run, and he's going to come down to Sam Darnold. When you have to throw everything at the run against this team, it leaves you short behind in coverage. And I think that Darnold is going to be able to get JSN going, Shahir going, and he is going to throw the ball
Rams
downfield.
secondary's not great.
That's what I mean.
either.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
true.
think
they're not great.
I think that I actually think that the only way Seattle lose this game is if we get the old Darnold and he
Where he
throws
coughs
it
it up.
apart.
Yeah.
I think
that's right. That's the only way. But
I think
Sam
if
hasn't
he
shown
plays-
that all year.
No, he's
he's had glimpses of it.
well.
He has had
In
glimpses.
fairness, he leads the league in turnovers at
he
quarterback.
has had glimpses of it.
But then, but also like he threw for 4,000 yards this year, so
Darnold-
he's extremely
the thing,
productive.
the thing is, he leads the league in turnovers. You're right, but what's saved him is the defense.
Yeah, and again,
Because he'll turn the ball over, and then because the defense is so good, it's just 3 and out and punt.
and that's
Doesn't
fair
matter.
too, and that's all part of it. And again, if Seattle
You
get
can't say
turnovers,
that's wrong. You can't say that's wrong. That's true. What I'm saying.
I think that a lot of the turnovers aren't on him.
I think there's some. I think
No, there's definitely some, but like some of the times, like when we had injuries in the O line and the sack fumbles and stuff like that, aren't necessarily all on him.
I've seen a lot of picks getting thrown right.
He's thrown some bad picks. But
He's
like,
a gunslinger. I don't care about the picks.
I actually think all quarterbacks are
You
throwing some
shouldn't.
bad
You
picks.
don't. I know you don't care about the picks because the defense is so good. That's my point.
But you give me another quarterback that's just dragged a 20th ranked team to win a championship.
Well, they haven't won a championship yet.
No, but like to a championship game.
Yeah. I like Darnold. I think he's going to play really well. I think last week they didn't need to. I think they had a game plan if they did, and I think he would have been able to execute it against the against the 49ers.
For what it's worth, I agree with you. The game's going to come down to Darnold, but I think it's going to be the other way.
Yeah, but
that's
you've
fine.
hated him all year, so that's
No,
fair.
I haven't.
There's a bit of Patriots salty coming from Scotty tonight.
No, he has.
I think it's going to be the other side of the coin. I have yet to see in a win or go home game. I've yet to see him do what you said: 300 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns. I haven't seen it. It hasn't. It's not on tape.
In a win or go home game. Yes,
in a
for
win or
sure.
go home game, it's not on tape yet. Until I see that, I'm always going to resort back to the mean, and the mean for Darnold, whether people like it or not, is in a win or go home game when he has to throw the ball to win the game, he coughs it up. And until I see differently, that's going to be my prediction.
That's fair.
So
I'm not,
I'm looking forward
don't
to
agree with it at
That's
one
okay.
bit, but
don't-
that's fair.
You don't have to agree with it because it's my opinion.
I do
And there's
agree.
more tape. And there's more tape in win or go home games supporting what I'm saying than what you're saying.
Well, he's only played in 2 in fairness.
With 3,
That's what I'm saying. But there's
and he's 2 in 1 in them.
No,
There's
he's
more-
in what we don't go. He lost to the Rams in the last game of the season last
Yeah,
year, or the
with
Lions.
the Vikings.
But that wasn't a win or go home. He had one
yeah, in the
playoff
playoff game.
Yeah, the playoff game against the Rams was a win or go home, and then the 49ers. He's only
Yeah.
played in 2 of them. This is his
Yeah.
third playoff start, and he's won
That's
won
just-
2 of them. He's won one of them. Sorry,
Yeah.
and won one emphatically last week. And I know he didn't throw the ball a ton. I get it.
Yeah, again.
I get it.
When he's got to throw the ball to win the
But
game.
is there also a chance that Seattle just run it up the arse of
100% there is.
of the Rams?
And
Like,
then we're having the same conversation
Dude,
again.
That's a winning formula in the NFL at the moment. If you've got an elite defense and you can run the ball well, you can win a lot of games of football.
now Rams.
Ask the Eagles last year.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, run the shit out of it. And I guess on the other side, Rams offense versus this defense, I think Stafford is going to have to play. He's played a lot of good games this year. As I've said, I think he should be the MVP, and I think he's going to be the MVP. And he's played a lot of big games. He will have to have his best game of the year this year.
So-
There's no doubt about it.
I'm glad that you brought this up, and I was waiting to interject this little nugget.
Ooh,
For everyone
I'm in.
saying that, the Rams had 500 yards of offense last time, yada yada yada. Mike McDonald came out after the result, and it was on a short week because it was a Thursday night game, and he said, "I overloaded my team with too many assignments, and we had too many blown coverages. That was on me. We mixed and matched our coverages way too much, and that's what gave up these big chunk plays that we don't usually give up." And the only time that they've had chunk plays against them was Tampa Bay earlier in the year when we had no D line and no DBs,
Yep.
and that Rams game. So the body of work is that no one really scores much on Seattle's defense.
No, it's a fantastic defense.
From
like
the EPA, it's like a top 5 ever in the league.
I don't think it's just a good defense this year. I think this is one of the better defenses. It's probably the second best defense Seattle's ever had because
It's
nothing will
better
beat
than the
Legion.
Legion of Boom on every stat.
Yeah, I think the Legion of Boom were just
More talented.
a bit different. It was,
Definitely,
but then again, if this defense dominates and then goes and wins the Super Bowl next week, it's just Legion of Boom 2.0.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But you're right. It will take masterful Stafford, which he's capable of. We
Yes.
just haven't seen it for.
no, he wasn't great last week against the Bears. at
And he
all.
wasn't great against the Panthers
He
either.
was not great against the Panthers. He was okay against Arizona last game of the season, but again, it was Arizona and a dead rubber. Their stretch, they have not played that well down the stretch, but I still think this is a 50-50.
He's got it in the bag though.
Yeah, he can do it.
He
Yeah,
can do it.
We've seen
No
it.
one's saying he
seen him
can't
do
do
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the only way the Rams can really win this game is if they control it and run Kyron Williams and
Blake Corum.
Corum a lot, control the possession, and basically just stay ahead of the chains. I know it's a cliche thing, but it's playoff football. And if you do that, put a little bit of scoreboard pressure on Seattle, force Darnold to throw the ball into tight coverages, which is a little bit hit and miss. That is the way that the Rams win it. If they can't do that, I don't think that they can win.
No, I agree. I think this is Seattle's game to lose personally. Again, we talked about it with Denver.
I like how
At home.
he threw his toys out of his cot 5 minutes ago, and then now he's come back and said the same.
No.
thing.
The difference is you saying that he can't throw the ball. I'm saying that
No, I'm saying
when
he's
he
gonna
was
cough
needed
it up.
to throw the ball,
He's
he
gonna
threw
cough it up.
nothing but lasers.
His touchdown to JSN last week was one of the best throws of the
And
season.
the Truda Cooper Cup as well, where there was 1 millimeter that ball was not catchable, and he threw it perfectly both times.
Yeah.
But you're just not acknowledging that.
I didn't say I'm not acknowledging it. I said that he completed 12 passes for 100 yards, which is also true.
160, 120, I think it was actually.
Yeah.
I'm giving him some grace. Anyway, this is going to be a loaded game. Who are we taking? Scotty, you got Seattle, obviously.
Yeah, and this is probably going to be clipped and thrown in my face if it doesn't happen. But
I'm going to clip it.
yeah, do it. No, I'm happy for it. I, in my heart of heart, thinks that the travel for the Rams, the old roster coming into Seattle against his defense, Seattle by at least a touchdown. I'm actually going to put money on
At
10
least
plus.
wow.
10 plus.
Wow.
You're saying 10 plus.
Yeah, I think that dead set.
I love it.
I fucking love you.
I love it.
Like genuinely, like the Rams played an out of character game the last time in the shootout because they haven't been good, and they still lost. And I think that all these other factors, it's just like I think Seattle was just that team now that they just go, we are the best team. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they've got that aura about him now.
They're just like-
they've been aura
they're-
farming for 18 weeks. They've got it going now.
Yeah.
Like what they did to the Niners last week, injuries aside, whatever, that was a fucking bloodbath.
They
It
made
was
the
a
49ers
massive
look like the Raiders twice. And the 49ers looked pretty good against Philly. I'm not taking a shot against Philly, but like the 49ers.
No, Philly look shit. You can say it. They
No,
look
no,
terrible.
no, but
They
Philly,
did.
Philly
The
just-
Niners played well in that game.
Yeah, they played
actually
really
did. Yeah.
and that Philly game was sandwiched in between two Seattle games, and the 49ers fucking
scored-
look like the Raiders.
They scored 9 points in 2
Yeah.
games. All right, George, who you taking?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll go with mine. I think this is one of the biggest coin tosses you're going to have in a
The big
championship
coin
game.
toss, yeah.
It's at home. I think Seattle are playing better at the moment. They've played their best football over the last 4 or 5 weeks for sure, including the first win over the Rams, including the second. Sorry, including their first win over the Rams, second game,
Yep.
and their win over the Niners twice.
And the Panthers as well.
And then they dominated the Panthers pretty well as well. Like it was a close game, but I think they've done everything they need to do. They've shown it.
They beat the Panthers by like 2 scores.
What was it? Put the Seahawks scoreline on there for me, Tommy.
Just go to the recent games on the right
Click the
there.
tab and click the C up a little bit. Seahawks there. 27-10.
27-10.
Yeah, my bad. So yeah, they're on a better stretch. They're playing their best football right now. I think this is the best they've played all year. The last
I
4
agree.
weeks.
They're peaking at the right time.
And I think they're the 2 reasons at home, and they're just playing a little bit better at the moment, which makes me pick them. But it is as close to a 50-50 coin toss as a championship game can get.
I'm not sure that the road travel thing that Scott was saying is going to make that much of a difference, because this is
Seattle have been better on the road this year as well, haven't
an-
they? I believe.
it's no, for the Rams. You're saying, like, I think that the Rams are an older team. Yeah, they're an older team. They're an experienced team. They've been there before. The core key players know how to win big games.
Yep.
That's important. Knowing how to win big games. Talent will get you across the line, but knowing how to win big games can also get you across the line. I don't know who to pick. This is a legit coin toss. I don't know.
it makes it so because
If this is a low scoring game, it's the Seahawks easily. If this is a shootout, I'm picking the Rams
that's fair, and I think
because
that,
I trust Stafford more than I trust Darnold.
and you know when 2 teams are evenly matched, because any point you can make for one team, you can easily find, like, you can almost have an argument with yourself. You can be like, well, Seattle are great at this. Oh, but the Rams have got Jared Verse. Oh, Darnold has thrown a lot of good balls. So if it comes down to it, he can probably keep doing it. Yep, but he's been prone to making mistakes. There's just
leads the league in
there's
interceptions.
there's an argument for every side of the coin.
These teams are so evenly matched that on the season, there's 2 points separating them and 10 yards
Yeah.
in the 2 games.
And that's what
And
I
in
mean.
the
Like,
4 season, in the previous 4 games, I think it's almost the same. It's like 30 yards and 4 points or something.
I think whoever loses this game, I don't think they should be disappointed in their season in the absolute slightest. I think they've both played really well, and it's just a shame they can't meet in the Super Bowl. Like, that's honestly just a shame.
I think both these teams will be disappointed because I think both these teams internally we are Super Bowl like contenders.
Well, I think most teams at this point think that as well.
Yeah, if you make a championship game, you believe internally that you're a contender.
Like, it's been a bit of an outlier the last couple of years because obviously Washington made it last year, which was the Lions just playing the worst game they could have ever played.
Yeah, but they got hot at the right time. And they were
100%.
on a really good run to
Yep.
finish that year off. I mean, yeah, they got smacked in the mouth at the end there, but up until that point, they were really good.
Beat Tampa Bay on a missed field goal and
yeah,
stuff
like I mean, it was just
Like, it was-
sometimes it's going to
yeah.
go your way. Like,
No, of course, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but like
I guarantee you, one of these games will be decided by no fault of the players. Like, it. And
if that happens, I'm
not
not.
I'm not
like
saying
the refs or whatever.
it could
If
be a
it's a
ref.
ref,
It could be a ball bouncing a different direction. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
could be a pass that's tipped at the line that goes for a pick six. Like, it's something
Yeah.
like that. Like, those plays are just freakish sort of plays that happen, right? It can be any of those things. One of these games will be
You
decided
got to allow for
by
a few of
something.
those in the playoffs as well,
Because that's what happens.
Like in that Patriots game, like how you were saying, 3 or 4 of the fumbles like bounced the right way. How much is that that it was in New England and this week it's going to be in Denver, so they won't.
Well, you
bounce
could
the
say
right
the same
way.
thing about the Bills with a couple of those fumbles that Allen had.
Well, the
Yeah.
one before the half, which was again awful play by Allen. The O-line, he was on it.
Yeah.
His whole body was on it.
Yeah.
He just didn't grab it.
Yep.
It just popped back. That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
that's what happens, and
Yeah.
that's not necessarily a skill error.
Does he
That's-
hold on to that in Buffalo? Like, you don't know. Do
You know what I
get
mean?
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying.
that's big pressure, big moments, and the bottom line is only one team can win it.
Mm.
There's going to be 3 really disappointed teams in 2 weeks' time. That's the bottom line. 2 of them will be disappointed tomorrow, and 1 of them will be disappointed next week. That's the bottom line of football. That's the bottom line of sport. You can't all win it.
Yeah, this one.
And it's
here-
going to come down to the key moments that change
This
games.
one here is such a con. Like, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, the more I look, the more I don't know.
To quote the great Bart Scott, can't wait.
Can't wait. That's a great one, man.
That's,
Well
that's
done.
one of the best lines you'll ever hear. Can't wait. And he's so excited and aggressive.
Yeah.
It's like he's like a little kid that also wants to kill someone.
I like-
It's perfect.
he was
That
an
is
ex-Eagle
the
too,
perfect
Bart Scott,
analogy.
wasn't he? He was an ex-Eagle, wasn't he, Bart Scott? He played for the Eagles at one point.
Yeah,
Potentially.
I think he did, but it was Jets when
Yeah,
Yeah, he was known for
that one.
like Ravens and then Jets. That's when
Yeah.
he was a baller. He was so good. Yeah, a couple of exciting games tomorrow. If you're a fan of any of these teams, enjoy the shit out of it, guys. Like I know it's nervous and it feels sickening at times, but there are 3 people in this room tonight I would beg for that feeling. I would beg to be laying in bed tonight.
Oh, I'm not
going,
nervous.
No, but it's just
I
it's
can't do
exciting.
shit.
Your team being good
exciting. It is
it's
exciting.
fun. Like
Oh yeah, it's exciting, but like
You haven't had this feeling for 30 odd years.
no, well, like I get excited from when we played the Packers. And I said they're gonna lose. Cowboys are gonna lose this. They're gonna get. I know it. Like it's a fun feeling to be relevant and enjoy it because. Again, everyone goes, oh, well, say the Patriots lose tomorrow. Well, they've got a young team. They're rebuilding. Blah, blah.
ask Dan Campbell.
Yeah, everyone they think that about a lot of teams. Like the Lions absolutely missed their opportunity 2 years ago when they were up 24-3 against the 49ers at halftime, and they blew it. Because I think if they win that game, they'll win the Super Bowl that year. And I think all the people in that building know that. And it doesn't mean it's over, but it's hard to get back. It's not just, oh, we've got there now. Ask Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Ask Peyton Manning's first 8 years. He was one of the best teams in
Ask
football.
Tom Brady.
every year.
They returned every starter in Tampa, and
Yeah.
then the following year
It
was
is
struggling.
hard. It is a hard thing to win one. So enjoy the shit out of it. You're in the Final Four. Watch your team. Celebrate it. Don't be disappointed. Just enjoy the moment. Like it's exciting stuff. And that's our last live show for the year. Shout out.
Any comments we need to address, or are we just
Anything
bunch
come
of
through?
dickheads?
Oh,
TikTok would be hating us, I'm sure.
no, TikTok's fine.
Oh, shout
Shout out to
Shout out
TikTok.
TikTok.
And Paul's Nick wants to know what are the best bets you reckon are going to come out of this game. If you've
Seattle
got
plus
any.
10. I already said it.
Seattle plus 10 would have some good odds, I imagine.
It's like 580, I think.
We're
Something
not, yeah. Was it
I'll
Nick?
throw money
Was
on
it Nick that just said that? Asked?
Yeah.
We're not a massive bet. We're not massive gamblers here. Well, Scotty likes a bet, but me and
It's
George
more of
don't
a
at all.
donation. But it's not getting my tax money back.
So yeah, we're not a big gambling podcast, but yeah, I just think they're going to be 4 really good games.
Tyler Shook's got good odds now as well.
I hope Tyler Shook wins Rookie of the Year because the Super Bowl is going to be unreal if he gets
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's going to be unreal anyway, but it's going to be even better. And if you are wanting to go to Super Bowl, we'll be down at Sporting Globe Churnside Park, our wonderful
we will.
sponsors. QR code on the screen now. If you're in the area, buy a ticket, come down, talk some shit with us. We'll have George doing Roaming George.
Before and
and
half
halftime.
time.
Me and Scotty flirted with the idea and we were shut down pretty quickly for being roaming.
No, you
and if you
guys
come
are-
down on the day, you'll know exactly why.
Roman nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
We will-
leaving
me
share.
and Tommy will be in
We
charge
will
of
be
that.
roaming, but just
in a different
If you
in a
watch it, you're
different
there.
era.
Look for me and Toby. We'll be coming to pest
you won't be able to see George,
You-
so don't worry about it.
Can't miss George. He
You
will
can't
be
miss me.
the biggest,
I'll
the
be the
biggest
biggest person
Persian
there.
in the room,
Biggest person there. What did you say?
biggest Persian in the venue.
Is there jet ski parking at the Sporting Globe? Is there?
Oh,
It probably depends on the weather. George
only
might,
if you can prove it's on lease. If you own it, you can't park there. That's outstanding. Hey, and I want to give a special shout out for the live shows this year. Shout out to Tommy.
absolutely.
Unreal job. It's not an easy job to get it, and it's made all our lives so much easier having you on that computer,
No worries.
doing all the bits and
Amen to
bobs,
that.
the setup before the show. It's just been unreal, Tommy.
And
So
shout
we
out to the
thank you very
viewers
much.
watching and commenting.
A lot of
Absolutely.
viewers.
I love it, bro. I love
Even-
interaction.
Even all the Patriots fans, like a couple of us, we had a bit of a back and forth. One guy, we were calling each other names, and then at the end, I was like, I love you, man. He's like, I love you too. And then he followed us. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
That's a win.
At the end of the day, we're just 4 guys that we love NFL.
We don't really know anything about it, as you guys know.
No, we know ball. I stand by it. We know more than the average person. But yeah, we love football. We love talking about it. One person said, you're in your dad's basement doing a podcast, grow up. Incorrect. I'm in my own basement
Sitting
doing a
in your own
podcast.
basement.
So shut up. All right.
His
Yes,
dad
it-
kicked him out.
It
It's
is,
okay.
it is 100% a basement, but I'm in my own basement. All right.
Daddy kicked him out with a fucking trust fund.
How the fuck have I copped the shit? You know what?
You brought it
Love
up.
and War. It's my fault. And follow us on all our social medias, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Comment on stuff. We actually love it, whether it's negative or positive. We really enjoy the banter and the back and forth. So keep doing it because we are, and take everything. It's normally me responding. 99% of the time it's me.
I'm completely oblivious to
I
it.
am taking the piss 99% of the time.
Whatever you
So-
guys say in the comments is 2% of what we say.
Nah,
in
it's
our
all
group
true.
chat.
No,
And it's probably all true.
It's actually great, but it was great fun for the first 2 days, and I was like, "This is fucking
It's getting
exhausting."
draining.
I know why no one ever responds to my comments when I comment on these big podcast stuff because it must be. It was exhausting for 24 hours. I was like, how do people do this?
Yeah.
They hire people to do it
Yeah.
for them. No, but shout out Tommy, shout out to the boys. Podcast tomorrow night after the game, so you'll have the
Ooh.
podcast to
That's
preview
gonna
them.
be. We're gonna be some fireworks.
And some coaching carousel fireworks
Yeah.
too, because the Steelers, you are in my target. I am
Oh, yeah.
coming for you, fucking.
I was
idiots.
actually looking forward to it
I
tonight.
may
You took
or
it
may
away
not.
from me.
Nah, tomorrow night it's going to be all
I
about it.
got Sailor in my target.
I may
There's a
or may
few.
not have dinner tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes.
Scotty,
Wow.
Scotty will be here. All right, peace out, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow night for the
Ciao.
podcast.